Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Maryellen. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I'm really excited tonight to share our Smart and Healthy Kids program. I was actually introduced to Neolife 30 years ago because of my son. He was 9 years old at the time, and he's one of those kids that were suffering from respiratory issues. He had stomach cramps all the time. And as a concerned mom, I was doing a lot of research, trying a lot of products, but I wasn't getting any results at all. And then one day, a coworker of my husband's introduced us to Neolife. And of course, my first reaction was, well, what makes this different? And she said, all I know, it's made from whole food. It's been around since 1958, and I'm not sick and tired anymore. And I thought, okay, get me some information. So I got my son started. And just to clarify, these products don't cure, diagnose, or treat any disease, but it's amazing what the body can do when it has the right stuff. So David got started. Within 6 months, his health turned around. And he was able to get off all of his inhalers. He had more energy. He felt better. And today, actually, he's 40 years old now, and he's a firefighter. So that shows the difference that it made. And his was allergy-induced asthma, which you don't grow out of. Some of them you do, but that is the type that you don't grow out of. But he's it's put it in remission, and he's doing amazing. So that picture there that you see, that's my 4 granddaughters. They're all Neolife babies. They all were on the products from birth. Mom, even when she was pregnant, was taking the products. And not one of them's ever been on antibiotics, and they're all super healthy. And that's what I want to share with you guys tonight, because I'm hearing so many people say all the kids are sick. The doctor says it's normal. Like they'll be sick for the first 5 years of their life. No, you don't have to be like that. So let's talk about how we can keep our kids healthy. If my thing will go for it. There we go. So when you look at what nutrition is, nutritional foundation is for a lifetime of healthy mind and body, because that's what we want. And I'll give you a clue here. Neolife kids are very smart kids. Like they're all, because you think their brain is being fed with all this good nutrition. And so to create optimal health, of course, you have to have your rest. You got to exercise. You got to move your body. You do have to eat a healthy diet, because supplements don't replace diet. They just fill the gap. And especially in cold and flu season, you want to wash your hands properly with soap and water. I know my daughter-in-law is a teacher, and she says all the time the kids, they go in there and they're in there for 2 seconds, and she's sending them back saying, no, you have to sing the happy birthday song before you can come out. You got to make sure to wash your hands properly, right? And nutritional needs are huge when kids are small, because you think about it, their body weight doubles many times from birth. Young tissues and organs are developing, their cognitive learning skills are developing, metabolic rates are through the roof, energy demands are enormous because they never stop, and nutrient-rich diet is essential. And kids don't always eat all the nutrients. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And the problem is these poor diets equal poor health. Obesity is 1 in 5 in Canada. Skin conditions, I have so many children with acne and eczema, ear infections, and then they're on these repetitive antibiotics, allergies, common colds and flus, ADHD, diabetes, and so much more. Our children are dealing with a lot of issues. And this is where cellular nutrition is critical, because children produce 1 billion cells each day. Our body has over 73 trillion cells. And what do healthy cells produce? Nutrients and provide energy. 6 cells steal energy. So just like us, we have to get our kids' cells healthy. And we're going to talk about how to do that. And let's do some facts about kids' diet. About 90% don't eat the recommended 5 or more portions of fruits and vegetables a day. And as you know, you should be eating at least 10. There's 1 in 5 who don't eat any fruit at all. Kids can be picky. And of all age and gender groups, unfortunately, our adolescents have the poorest intake, because those are the teenagers. You lose control of them then, and they just do whatever they want. They go to the Starbucks and get those horrible coffees, and they just go to town because they're invincible. And the average intake of whole grains among children is less than 1 serving a day, because you think about it, there's not a lot of grains in our foods. Most children frequently consume, a lot of junk food and carbonated soft drinks. And children and teens have diets high in sugar, and only about 20% of them use a multivitamin and mineral supplement. But when you look at some of the lifestyle food choices, especially when they get older and become teenagers, they have a lot of fast food and snacks, skipped meals, and soft drinks full of sugar and phosphate. And even if they're eating a good diet, they're still missing the gap. So let's talk a little bit about sugar and the immune system. Sugar affects the immune system. It reduces the ability of white blood cells to kill germs by about 40%. The immune suppressing effect of sugar starts less than 30 minutes after ingestion, and it can last up to 5 hours. So you think about it, what did we just have on the 31st? Halloween. Do you know how many kids are walking around with suppressed immune systems? And sugar can also cause hormonal imbalances, food allergies, and even can cause anxiety and depression. The autoimmune. And Shelley, would you be able to share Mitchell's story? Because he's got an incredible story. Because I know you had a bit of a sugar journey.
Absolutely. And just a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I'm actually driving home from after doing curling tonight, just staying active. But yes, Mitchell, both of us actually had real sugar problems. And I used to call him my carb kid because he loved his pastas and loved his cookies as well. And he was in that cycle that you talked about, Maryellen, with the earaches and then an antibiotic, and then the earaches and the antibiotics. And we ended up actually, he started having some stomach issues because really with all the antibiotics that he was on when he was younger, like I'm talking age 4 all the way up to age 8, with a lot of gut issues. And we couldn't figure out what was going on. And he used to, some things with candida, he would get a lot of rashes as well. He would get athlete's foot, he would get jock itch, and all of those things connected with the sugar for him. And ended up actually with all the digestive issues with IBS by the time he was a teenager. And now, fortunately, learning about, that whole gut issue with the sugars and candida, just from coming on some of these calls and trying some of the different products and with some herbs as well. He is, as you can see, a big, strong guy now, and he also is a firefighter. And I'm so grateful that we were able to understand that whole connection with the sugars, and then that he could change his diet and different things that he would choose and get a lot healthier as he was growing up. So yeah, sugar just played havoc with him, to the point where he would text me, I don't know, Mom, I'm having so much pain because of everything that was happening. So very, very grateful that we were able to turn his health around, and he's big and strong right now.
Oh, thank you so much, Shelley. That's such a great story. And so many kids get into that rut. Like you hear it all the time. So it's so great. And when you look at the results of a low nutrient diet, this is a quote from Dr. Arthur First, who's the senior member of Neolife's Scientific Advisory Board. And he says, precisely at the time when young bodies' nutritional requirements are greatest, many fail to obtain all the nutrients they need each day. Deficiencies of vital nutrients can inhibit not only the physical growth, but internal development, mental performance, and repair and maintenance of developing tissues. Immune systems can be depressed, as well as leaving the child more vulnerable to infection and disease. So you think about it, that's pretty scary. That shows how important it is. And children do need the same things as us: protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Those are called the macronutrients. Very, very important. But they also need phytonutrients from whole foods like fruits and vegetables. And you can get a little creative, because if you do have a picky eater, I know I used to, Abby was a bit picky, so I would saute a whole bunch of vegetables, puree it, and put it in tomato sauce with her pasta. And then that's the way to sneak it in. You can also do it in smoothie bowls. They think it's ice cream. You can put a lot of fruit in that. So there is ways you can sneak them in. So the more you can do it, the better, for sure. And improved performance is definitely proven with supplementation. They showed a multivitamin mineral improved attention. When it has iron, zinc, it actually helps their children think. So it's so important. And, Shelley was talking about those ear infections. They're so common with kids. And sometimes it is due to the structural development of the ear. They have more of a tendency to get the fluid locked in there. But 80% of ear infections get better without antibiotics. But it's so important to get that good bacteria into your child's system. It will help them fight off infections and help with food allergies. And asthma, that's what my son was dealing with. Well, 5.1 million children in North America under the age of 18 are suffering with asthma. And you talk to the teachers, they have the puffers lined up on the desk. And it's an average of 1 in 12 children. And let me see if I can, there, I just, and if you look at, this is Lucas, and he's got a great story. It's just going to take a second to come up here. Here we go. So.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I am 22 years old, and here's my testimonial for Neolife. So I was hospitalized for asthma when I was 4, and I really had a hard time breathing over a long period of time, and I hated being restricted physically and that sort of thing. And my mom found Neolife in 2010 through NADA, and so my mom actually she basically made me take vitamins and the shakes and stuff over a long period of time, and through that and over that period of time, I noticed slight improvements to how I could breathe and, being able to actually, do like physical exercise and that sort of thing, and running again, since I wasn't able to when I was younger. And now I'm able to work out, I'm now able to get things done. I'm able to work my job. I'm in landscaping right now, and I'm able to do all of that without any restrictions. So thanks to Neolife, I've been able to do a lot better than before.
So what a great story. Like, look at the better quality of life Lucas has because of that. And hyperactivity, that's a big problem with kids too. They have trouble focusing. And a lot of it is diet, what they're eating, and also just the brain is lacking the essential nutrients. So what's the solution for our kids? Healthy lifestyle and some preventative strategies. And this is where whole food supplements fill the gap. And with Neolife, they're based in nature, but they're backed by science. We're going to talk about nutrition for all 3 stages of growth and development, because it's so important to give the kids, to support their healthy bodies. And Nada, would you like to share how the whole grains play a big role in nutrition?
Absolutely, Maryellen. And when I looked at this business 33 years ago, it was for my own health and my mom. We really struggled with low energy and allergies and joint pain. And when I heard about the grain oil story from Neolife, that is what drew me to the company. I thought by eating whole grains, I was eating healthy. But then I realized that our grains are no longer whole, right? They mill and process all of our grains to have a longer shelf life. So that's one of the greatest deficiencies and greatest challenges all over the world. And when you look at our breads today, right, how long do they last? Like weeks, right? Our pasta lasts forever, cereals last years. Well, we call it the great grain robbery because of mass production. They wanted a longer shelf life. And they remove all these critical oils, and we're left with this kind of starch, flour, protein product where so many people have allergies to or sensitivities to. And it's just, we call it dead food. There's not a lot of nutritional value in a lot of our grain products today. So this is, again, why this grain oil from Neolife called Tran is definitely a solution to the whole grain gap. This is the product that helped me 33 years ago balance and regulate my hormones and really helped me with my stress of my job. I was working as a police officer in the city, and the shift work was really very disruptive to my hormones. I was tired all the time. With these grain oils, when I started taking them, the difference in how I dealt with my job, the stress, the sleeping, energy overall. It does help with cellular energy and efficiency, and it contains less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal. And how does Tran work? Well, nutrition begins at the cellular level, as Maryellen was talking about. You're only as healthy as your cells, right? Well, all these oils, these grain oils, surround the cell membrane so that nutrients can get in and waste can go out. But because we no longer have these oils in our diet, your cells look like the cell on the left. So I was so grateful that Neolife had a product called Liquivite that contains the Tran grain concentrate. And my boys grew up on this product. They're now 23 and 26, sorry. I'm forgetting because their birthdays are coming up. But what's really, really cool is they've never been on antibiotics. And I know that because they had this foundation of amazing supplements from Neolife, it just helped to strengthen their immune systems. And the grain oils played a key role. This is convenient, it's easy, it tastes great, no artificial anything. And it's just such a great supplement. So it's your vitamin minerals, but has those grain oils called Tran grain concentrate, which is great for babies and little ones. Because again, this is no longer in our food. Such a great foundation for our children, especially before they upgrade to the chewable vitamins that we have. But this is an awesome little video from Clark, who could not wait to get a hold of her liquivite. It really does taste great.
There you go. A little bit more. Oh, no, you don't need the capsule. Not quite yet. Are you chewing yours, Marley? Good girl.
Asking for her liquivite. It does taste great.
There you go.
And then when they start getting teeth and they can start chewing, the Vita Squares. Again, it's the most complete whole food supplement on the market. It also contains the Tran grain concentrate. And what these grain oils do, clinically proven to help your cells absorb nutrients by 50% more. This product is loaded with vitamins and minerals, tastes great, no artificial anything, no colors, dyes, sweeteners, or preservatives added. So it's a great multivitamin for kids. And then the Vita Guard is kind of like your fruit and veggie antioxidant, because a lot of our kids are quite picky when it comes to eating fruits and vegetables. So this is fabulous for the immune system, and it contains those carotenoids and flavonoids that are found in your dark colored fruits and veggies. Again, nothing artificial in this product. And there's also zinc and selenium that also helps with immunity as well. Now let's look at breakfast. You know, it's kind of scary, especially when children are constantly watching ads or if they watch television, the amount of commercials that are on for cereal, especially a lot of these loaded sugar cereals. And what do kids eat, right? Usually it's processed carbs, pancakes, waffles, a lot of carbohydrates. Where's the protein? Our kids need protein. We need protein. So by adding the protein shake to the children's program or to our supplements, the Pro Vitality, we call this a breakfast solution. Such a great foundation, a great way to start your morning, especially to get a good quality protein to start your morning. And it tastes absolutely fantastic. It's a high quality protein. It has all your vitamins and minerals. Also, it's a complete protein, all 22 amino acids, no artificial anything, no colors, no dyes. Mixes easy with water and only 140 calories. So it's such a great way to start your morning. The chocolate tastes like chocolate milk, and it does get your blood sugar in the glycemic control zone. So it regulates blood sugar. So great for weight loss and for diabetes, prevents fat storage, promotes fat burning, and maintains that constant daily energy, which we're all looking for. And what's not inside? Well, Maryellen, these are your grandkids, and my kids grew up on the shake, and your kids and your grandkids grew up on the protein shake. Nothing artificial, no high fructose corn syrup. Again, no GMO ingredients. Such an amazing meal replacement for kids, especially if they're picky. My kids now have it for breakfast, but when they're little, they would have it with their breakfast. So it just depends really on what stage they're at. So it could be a complete meal replacement or a great addition to their breakfast. So I find it's fabulous for teens, because a lot of teens just run out the door and don't eat breakfast. So this was definitely a lifesaver for our family as well. So another very important nutrient I find, especially with pregnancy in children, is fish oil, or omega-3 fish oil. Maryellen, I know I know with you being a holistic nutritionist, I think this is something that you truly value, and the importance of omega-3s during pregnancy.
Yeah, omega-3s are so important during pregnancy. And they actually say when a mom gives birth, she loses all of her omega-3s. But here's some of the facts about pregnancy. The fetus makes 250,000 nerve cells every single minute. At 6 weeks, half of the weight of the fetus is in the brain. So you think how important nutrition is. By the third trimester, 70% of the energy reserves of the fetus are directed to brain development. And it takes up to 4 years for a mother to replenish her supply of DHA, the omega-3s that were depleted by the fetus. And DHA is the king of brain fats and governs almost every conceivable mental function. And this was the key product with my migraines because it reduces inflammation. But let's look what it does, the DHA for our kids. Well, it enhances brain function and memory, and that's why Neolife kids are smart kids. It improves dyslexia and attention deficit disorder, improves concentration and learning. It actually decreases aggressiveness and irritability, and that's because when the brain is inflamed, it makes you angry. And I know I had my neighbor across the street, her daughter actually contracted a weird virus, and it caused these seizures. And she said after she had the seizure, she was so aggressive, and the salmon oil calmed it right down. And actually, it stopped her from having her seizures too. It really, because it decreased all that inflammation in her brain. And it improves mood by upregulating serotonin, which is so important. And so what's the difference? There's a lot of omega-3s out there on the marketplace. The difference with the Neolife one is it has all 8. Most of the ones you look on the bottle has 2, okay, EPA and DHA. It's tested for 200 contaminants with an allowable detection of 0. There is no mercury, no lead, there's nothing toxic in that product. It's made from pure Atlantic cold fish, pressed fish, and it's the only product that I've seen that has clinical trials published in the American College of Nutrition showing it reduces inflammation by up to 68%, which is huge. That was 3 capsules a day in 8 weeks. So this is the first and only complete omega-3. In fact, the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists featured Neolife salmon oil because it was so pure and so complete in their magazine and recommend it. So when we look at kids, the Neolife products are perfect for any age. I had a mom, and both her kids had a rare genetic form of eczema, and by adding the Neolife salmon oil, they went into remission. She was going to a naturopath, getting a good, expensive omega-3 helped a little, but she noticed a huge difference when she did the Neolife. And as Nana said, you do the Liquivite when they're babies, and once they can chew, they do the VitaSquares and VitaGuard. And here's actually a video of Marley chewing her VitaSquares and salmon oil, because people say, well, you know, what do kids do? Well, if you start your kids young, they actually get used to it. So let's watch her. She loves it.
Do you like your salmon oil, Marley? Yeah. How do you eat it?
Chew.
You chew it? What are you chewing right now?
A hard vitamin.
A hard vitamin? Do you like the salmon oil? Yeah.
So, as you can see, kids will chew it. They get used to it and they're fine with it. And if they won't, you can hide it with honey and a spoon or something else, right? So when we look at our teens, look at the percentage of teens that are not getting all those dietary guidelines. Remember we talked about the diets of teens. It is tough because, you know, especially when they're with their friends at school, you kind of lose control of it. So this helps, Neolife products, either the Pro Vitality or the Formula 4, help to fill the gaps of what these teenagers are not getting. Because you think about it, their needs are greater, so it's so important. And even when they get to college, look at, a lot of times their fridges look like this. Sometimes not even this good, you know what I mean? So this is what we can deal with. So Nada, do you want to share how the Pro Vitality can kind of fill that gap?
Absolutely. And you know, Maryellen, when you look at this amazing multivitamin Pro Vitality, it has all those nutrients that we're just not getting enough of in our diet every single day. And that's what a good multivitamin does, filling the gap. And the Pro Vitality is equivalent in 1 month consuming 12 pounds of whole grain, 80 pounds of fruits and vegetables in a month, and 10 servings of omega-3 fish in every box, just as one incredible vitamin pack a day. So it really is a powerful product. And even my kids and both Jack and Luke still love this product because it's so convenient, so easy. And both my boys played a lot of sports, a lot of injuries, and Luke's going to share a little bit of his story. This is going back a long time ago, but he still values the product. So they've made a huge, huge impact in his life. And even to this day, he's really values the power of these products and what they've done to his body. So Maryllen's just going to play just a little clip on him sharing at one of his basketball tournaments. So almost there. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Luke.
Hey.
We're in Kingston at your basketball tournament, and you just had an awesome breakfast with vanilla Neolife shake along with your Pro Vitality.
Yeah.
Do you just want to share a little bit of your experience with the Neolife products?
So I guess start off with the shakes. I've been drinking those every morning since I don't even know how old. I don't remember when I first started, but it's amazing. It helps me get up every morning, and you really notice that kids are tired at school every single morning, and they never eat breakfast. And that's one big thing is that my mom always makes me a nice breakfast with my shake. Always keeps me awake for the whole day. And also other products, just like we were saying about my injuries. My concussion actually for snowboarding, I fractured my skull, the orbital bone of my skull, and it was pretty bad because there was a hole going directly from my airways to my eyes. So when I breathe, my eye would pop out. But like I've healed so quickly with the products that my mom gave me that I was shocked, and the doctors were too actually. That they didn't have to do any surgery. It just naturally healed up and everything was fine. And same thing with my ankle injury. That recovery was insanely fast. My coach, they were all just in shock that I was playing the very next game actually. So yeah, quick recoveries. I love this stuff. It does magic. I'm not joking, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, I love it when he says it does magic because it really, really does. You know, I've seen them bounce back from injuries, and then my sister's son came to me one Christmas and he shared this story, and I was so grateful that he was able to share his journey as well. I'm here with my nephew Nash, and he just shared something personal with me today, and I just wanted for him to share it from his heart. Nash.
Hi guys. So I've been on Pro Vitality most of my life because of my aunt. She's always had us on the products. Because of personal reasons in COVID and everything, I stopped my auto ship for about 8 months. And about 4 months in, I started feeling like severe anxiety at work and at home. And I've never had any sort of issues with that in my entire life. So it was really weird. I almost had to go on stress leave for several months because of this. And one day I realized that I hadn't been eating properly or taking my Pro Vitality or my protein shakes in the morning anymore. So I asked my mom if she had any on her. I think I was 2 weeks in and all my anxiety was gone.
So that's my Nashi, and actually he even talked to me the other day. He was here for Thanksgiving, and he's a now pilot, and he's so grateful that he has these products to fall back on. He says, Nada, he goes, I don't, Auntie Nada, he says, I can't do without Neolife. So it's just nice when you watch your nieces and nephews and your kids grow up on good nutrition, and they truly value the products. So yeah, so it's a little bit of our story in our family. And Maryellen, another product that I absolutely love, and it's great for kids as well, is our Upbeat product for stamina, endurance, and circulation, especially if they're playing a lot of sports and very active, like hockey players. And this is fabulous for energy. And the stories we're getting on this product for brain power, immunity, because I'm finding like beets and kale and spinach, it's not something that we tend to eat every day. I know I could eat it every day, but a lot of people don't, and it's hard. And nitric oxide is so important for cardiovascular health, again, for stamina, endurance, and it really does help improve energy and fitness. I cannot do my hot yoga without this product. I start this every morning before I go to the gym, and it's such a great product. And Peter has a wonderful story on Upbeat when we first launched Upbeat in Canada. So I'll let him share his story as well. He's a hockey player. He's now in university, and he even says that when he's in school, it's really helping him as well.
Who introduced Frances to our incredible products. Frances introduced her son to the products about just a few months ago, and Peter is going to share his journey as an experience that he's had on an incredible new product called Upbeat. And I'm so grateful to have some young athletes using this incredible product, because it's impacted my performance in my recovery when I work out. And now to have a young athlete try this product, because there's so many kids out there taking energy drinks that are not safe and that are loaded with caffeine. And Peter, I'd love for you to share your experience and your journey using this amazing new Upbeat product that we launched.
Yeah, so I mean, I've never had the best cardio pretty much my whole hockey career. I'd always be tired after shifts, and I wouldn't have a lot of energy in the third period. Actually, pretty much the whole game I would feel very unenergized on the bench. But ever since I started taking Upbeat about 3 months ago, the first time I took it, I noticed a difference right away. I would be energized throughout the whole game. I would recover really quickly after shifts, and then I would go out the next shift, and I would be like the first shift of the game. And in the third period, I would have just as much energy as I would in the first. It's just helped tremendously in my hockey game, and I'm so grateful that I'm taking the product, and I recommend it to everybody that I know. And it's just so much better than any sports drinks that I've taken in the past. I could feel the difference like immediately with the Upbeat, but with the sports drinks, you can't feel it as much. It's just so good, and I am so grateful that I'm able to take it.
And that's our Upbeat. It tastes really good. It's a little beady, bit of an earthy taste. And some people like to put it in their protein shake, which is a great addition. And then there's our Elevate. Now, this is truly for energy. Delicious to boost physical energy, improves mental focus, supports balanced mood while hydrating the body. Some people will put the Elevate and Upbeat together, or you can just drink it on its own. Absolutely delicious as well. And other energy drinks don't even come close when you look at the comparisons and the competitors. It definitely is an amazing, clean product that doesn't give you those jittery kind of feeling, heart palpitations, like some of the other energy drinks that are out there on the market today. And this is Luke again, just really enjoying his Elevate product.
Looking to come up. There we go.
It's a while to load. Yep.
And that's one thing that it's easy, it's convenient. They're advertising everywhere, especially at the gas stations. There's always deals. Buy two and get a deal, and sometimes these kids are actually drinking 2 energy drinks a day, sometimes 4 to 6 a day. So I'm going to have Luke share his experience on Elevate.
Ever since that, my mom made me try Elevate. Voluntarily, I took it. She didn't force it on me, but it worked wonders, because usually I force myself to have coffees in the morning in order to function and to have energy and for the long drive to work, especially when I do renovations. I got to get up at 5 and then have half an hour to get ready, and then on the road for an hour, and then I'm in the work truck for an hour. So it's just a lot in the mornings. But when I tried Elevate, it was like just like Sean was saying, the jitteriness is just gone. It's just complete mental clarity. I wake up and it's like the day is just set out for me, and it's like a road, and I'm just going down it. Everything is just smooth. And the thing that really hit me the most was that when I have coffees, I'll have one, and then I'll need to have another coffee once that first one wears off. And then by the time you want to have a third coffee, you already have like a raging headache. So with Elevate, I just have the one, and then when that wears off, I don't need anything else. The rest of the day is perfect, and then I get home and I'm fine. So Elevate really, it's good. It's good. What more can we say?
Thank you.
Yeah, so many of our kids are enjoying Elevate. I'm so grateful to have this amazing, safe product for the next generation of kids. And Maryellen, I know vitamin C is another favorite for kids and adults too, because it tastes so good. But our vitamin C is pretty awesome.
Yes, the Neil Life Vitamin C is so different because it's not just straight ascorbic acid. You get everything that's in 4 tree-ripened oranges. And it's so important for immune support, healthy teeth and eyes. That's how it was discovered, because of gum bleeding, scurvy. That's how they realized how important vitamin C was. And this tastes delicious. You can chew it, and it has rose hips and acerola cherries, and it's very rich source of vitamin C with the Neoplex complex. So it's great, and kids love it. It's like a treat. You have to hide them though, because they'll eat the whole bottle if they got a chance. And one thing very, very important for overall health, immunity, is a healthy gut, because a healthy gut means a healthy you. And especially if kids have been on a lot of medication, antibiotics, drink tap water, all those things destroy our gut. So what's the benefits of probiotics? Well, it strengthens your immunity, it guards against infection. It's so important if you travel, because different water and stuff promotes a healthy response to foods in infants and children, reducing allergy symptoms. It discourages the growth of those disease-causing bacteria, and it promotes colon health, and it can actually help reduce the risk of colon cancer. And you're hearing more and more about colon cancer, because these bacterial enzymes detoxify cancer-causing substances and help to have a healthy colon cells. So what's the difference with Neolife? Again, there's lots of probiotics out there on the market. It's the gel guard system. So they actually tested, they have an artificial stomach, they put all the probiotics through, and the Neolife one was the only one that was 99.9% target deliver. It got right down into that right area. I've had a lot of people take other probiotics saying, oh, I don't really get good results. This one really works. And another one of my absolute favorites is aloe vera juice. What's the benefit of consuming aloe? Well, it's effective in occasional constipation. I've had a lot of kids that just can't, go to the bathroom, and the aloe and probiotics for 3 weeks, and it makes them totally regular. It's an immune system enhancer. It supports normal blood sugar levels, respiratory support. It's amazing for skin issues, soothing the digestive system for stress-induced discomfort. Because what happens when you're stressed? Your gut, right? It tightens up, promotes healing, and promotes balanced inflammation and reduces stress. So it's fantastic. And this is infused with a little bit of black tea, energizing panax, ginseng, soothing chamomile, and a hint of lemon. It's lightly carbonated, but if you don't want it carbonated, you just put it in a glass and give it a little bit of a shake. But it tastes so good. And it's also a glycemic edge beverage, so it's just sweetened with a little bit of natural fruit for quick and sustained energy, and it's only a few calories. And I want to share here my friend Susan's testimonial of her son. She has a great testimonial on aloe. And what happened was with Michael, he was constantly having nosebleeds, and he had eczema on his feet and hands. He could actually peel the bottom of his feet and hands off when he had a bath. Within less than 5 minutes, he would shrivel up like a little old man, she said, and the skin would actually open. She was spending so much money on different prescriptions that never worked. One of the last prescriptions cost her $90 and made his skin worse. Another major concern was he was losing his hair. So after spending so much time at the doctor's office and not getting results, she started looking for other alternatives. And at the same time, she met me at the gym where we work out. I mentioned Neolife and the products were made out of food, so she felt safe giving them to her children. She started Michael on VitaSquares, VitaGuard, and the Neolife shake. With a short time, she noticed his hair started growing back, his nosebleed stopped, but his eczema improved, but it wasn't until she started him on the aloe drink. She only gave him 1 ounce at bedtime every night, and his eczema cleared up. It only took 1 week to clear up completely, and she had spent 9 months trying to find a solution with his pediatrician. And Michael's now in his 20s, and he's still taking these products to this day. And another great antioxidant, anti-inflammatory is the tray. It's 1 ounce. It's so powerful. It's a liquid nutritional essence. It has powerful antioxidants, not just the juice, because it's pomegranate, acai, green tea, which promotes healthy heart, sharp mind, or if you've got a sore throat, you just take a shot of that tray and it just burns it away. It has 20 times the collagens of fresh pomegranate, 5 to 10 times the resveratrol of fine red wine without the alcohol, 7 times the antioxidant power of red ripe tomatoes, and 6 times the alpha lipoic acid of fresh spinach. So you need like 6 cups of spinach. So here's a good testimonial on the tray. This is Nata's sister, Diana. Let's take a second to come up here. And she had very good results with her son. Here we go.
My sister Diana, and she's going to share her journey with her kids and the power of the amazing supplements it has to offer. Hi, Diana.
Hi. Hi everyone. My kids have been on the product since they were very young. They took all of the children's supplements, and they were taking also the protein shake. They're 11 and 10 right now. And I have to say that they don't miss a day. It's helped them a lot with their immunity. They get over their colds when they do get colds, because they don't have a perfect diet. Like all kids, it's a struggle sometimes to get them to eat their vegetables, to get them to, like just eat properly. And sugar's always an issue. Like I think it's hard with all children because it's everywhere. So I find that since we've added since they've taken the supplements, their colds, and if they do get a cold, because it does happen, especially after like the last few years and they were away from so many people, their colds don't last very long. And we added the tray juice for my son, who always seemed to have a lot of sniffles. Like he'd get more prone to having the sniffles or just a stuffy nose. And the tray, I find with him, it really, really wipes that out. He doesn't get the sniffly nose or the stuffy nose, hardly ever. And then their colds don't last very long. And I've never had to take them to the doctor for a cold. Like it's always just been, a couple of days. Dwayne's great. Like a few days, he might have a stuffy nose and stuff, and then he's fine. So I find that the supplements really, really are a lifesaver for us, and they've just been a way of life for us. And it just has really helped us just maintain their immune systems. And I'm really, really grateful for that. So continuing with them for the rest of their lives. So it's a habit they have that they're constantly, where's their vitamins, and they love their tray juice. And it's a great, great thing that we've incorporated into our life. So I'm really grateful for that.
So we talked a lot about a lot of different supplements, and as I mentioned, there's probiotics and omega-3s everywhere, but who can you trust? Well, here's some of the facts that are out there. Consumer Report reported the FDA found hidden drugs in nearly 50 dietary supplements sold on Amazon. Some of the aloe sold in like Walmart, Target, CVS, a lot, and they're in some of the health food stores. There was no evidence of aloe vera found in it. Hidden dangers lurk in over-the-counter supplements. When they tested 726 products that were listed as dietary supplements, they were found to be unsafe or unstudied. A lot of the protein powders have elevated levels of heavy metals and BPA. So there's so many problems. Look at this elderberry, no authentic elderberry in the product at all. So it's really scary. So that's why when I was introduced to Neolife, I really felt it was a name I could trust. The fact that it had been around since 1958, it was in over 50 countries around the world. It's based in nature, by science. When you look at, people always asking me, what do you look for in a supplement? Well, just because it's natural, it can be algae, pine bark, duck feathers, human hair, so much more. Where Neolife goes to whole foods, because that's what we're missing in our diet: the whole grains, the fruits and veggies, the wild salmon, and the seeds and nuts. And the reason they have this high quality control is because the Scientific Advisory Board, which was founded by Dr. Arthur First, one of the top toxicologists in the world, and he set up this board of prestigious scientists and researchers who are involved in the research and development of the product. They're just not a good-looking doctor who endorses the product. And they're world-renowned scientists. Their research is published in so many different places, and they actually work to develop Neolife's products. Very, very unique. And the products also need to be independently tested and published in peer-reviewed journals. Now, as you can see, Neolife products have been published in numerous journals, very prestigious ones. So Nada, do you want to share how we can promote a healthy environment with our cleaners?
You know, Maryellen, when I had my environmental allergies, I was so grateful to try the cleaners, and it's so important around our kids. I didn't realize how toxic cleaners were 30 years ago, and Neolife is one of the first companies to go green in 1958. So how do we get rid of, get rid of these toxins out of our life? Well, first of all, we talked about the purified water, using chemical-free moisturizers, be careful with medication, eating a clean diet, but also environmentally safe cleaners. And again, I wasn't excited initially 33 years ago, but then I learned the importance, and now I really value green and having earth-friendly cleaners. You use less, which means you spend less while you're doing something good for the environment. And these are the cleaners I only have in my home. They're absolutely my favorite. Our G1 laundry compound saves you money, free rinsing, don't need any fabric softener. Our light duty cleaner to wash your fruits and veggies, and also fine washables and anything like wood flooring. And the Super 10 is fabulous for your bathrooms, your tiles and grout and things like that. It's more of a heavy duty cleaner. And that's the one you can shower with, and you don't have to worry about breathing any toxins or fumes. And they save you money. They're very concentrated. We don't sell you the water. So these are our earth-friendly cleaners that work, and they're very, very concentrated, and they save you money. And our light duty cleaner, LDC, was one of the soaps they used in one of the oil spills in Cape Town, South Africa, and we saved over 25,000 penguins. It was able to remove the oil from the penguins, but gentle enough to keep their feathers intact that they were able to continue their mating. There's a whole documentary on this you can find on YouTube. It's a beautiful story. It was one of the biggest wildlife cleanup operations that was in Cape Town, South Africa. So a really amazing story. So wonderful product. It works, very concentrated. And we've come to the rescue several times. So when you're looking at parents, we really do make a difference. Your children become what you are, so be what you want them to be. They really look at what you're doing and be the example. And I think that's really, really important. So very powerful quote by David Bly. And some of you are wondering, well, how do I get a hold of these amazing products? Well, what's really nice about the Neolife Club is free to join. You can save a 10 to 20% discount off retail by becoming a member. When you go on a monthly order, it doubles your savings. You can even get all your shipping back. And you can even get your products for free by referring 3. So we can help you and guide you and show you how this works. It really is a simple system. And we even have fitness challenges and weight loss challenges that you can be a part of an amazing group, especially if you have some fitness goals or weight loss goals. But again, if you just want to try the products, give them a try. Best place to start if you just want to try them. We do have a business opportunity as well, if you're kind of curious about that. Now, let's look at the different categories. We talked about the whole food nutrition. We also have an incredible organic skincare that's vegan, and all the ingredients are hand harvested in the ocean in Brittany, France, and your skin feels absolutely so soft after using it. One of my favorites to put on my skin. You wake up in the morning, you just want to keep touching your face. And again, we talked about our cleaners, one of the first companies to go green back in 1958. We do also have some health solutions that I want to focus on, and our Vitality Pack is what we just our one of our foundations. Then we have a breakfast solution when we add the protein shake. When you add the Elevate, we call that Core 3, which is one of the best places to start. And if you're kind of looking at our weight loss journey, our weight loss pack, you're doing 2 protein shakes a day, and we give you an actual system of healthy eating, which is also another system to help you burn fat, lose weight, especially if you have a great weight loss goal. So these are some of our health solutions, and we do have a 90-day money back guarantee. And there is one more option. If you are someone that really likes to impact lives and help people, I found this is one of the easiest things for me. I knew that when I was on the police force that it wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And when I saw this opportunity to share and help people, I knew this is something that I wanted to do and leave my police career. And where can you find an opportunity like this where you're truly impacting lives? And where can you start a business for as little as $98 in Canada or $75 in the US? Incredible opportunities. If you're kind of curious about a little extra side gig, a little extra cash, amazing opportunity. Again, if you're someone you know just really loves helping others. So again, if you just want to try the products, give the membership, it's free. Give the products a try. If you're curious about the business and the side gig, earning a little extra money, or like me, going to a full-time career, just reach out and we can help you and guide you in that direction. If you just want to learn more, just join us on our health talks, ask questions, join our Neolife Healthy Living community where you can learn more. Maryellen, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate your expertise. And I know that we're going to continue to impact lives. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, I know, Maryellen, I think you're going to stop the recording and open up to any questions that you may have. So thank you all again for joining us this evening.